Welcome to Photo Finds. I'm your host Kevin Yee, and this week we are going to be in the Magic Kingdom where we are looking at the former firehouse. This used to be a shop, and as you can see it has now been turned into the recruitment center for Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. If you haven't heard of this before, it's a brand new offering. In fact, it's not even all the way open. It's just in testing still at the Magic Kingdom only, and it's an interactive game. They've taken away the store and turned it into the area where you are issued your cards and learn about what happens here. So they've really gotten rid of all of the paraphernalia, the shopping counters, as well as the merchandise for sale, and replaced it with things like the kiosk here that explains what's going on. And you'll see that Hades is the main bad guy of this game that we're going to play. And keep your eye on this little corner here. We'll see a close-up in a second for the hidden Mickey, MM, in the new building. The Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom issues you several things. Some trading cards, these are called spell cards. Your key card, which is smaller than the spell cards, and I wish they would fix that because they don't sit together well in your hand, and then a map. And we'll take a closer look at all of those. So here are the spell cards. Now you get up to 5 of them at a time. There are 70 of them total out there in the game, and let's just pick one in particular here. So you see that there are hero spells, and you'll see that there are toy spells. It's not really clear what kind of spell does what. Different things like attack, boost, and shield. They're not always gross. It might be energy, attack, boost, and shield. That one's gross as well. Or flying, attack, boost, and shield, and they have different numbers associated with them. So it might be something like a role-playing game where you have to choose an attack or a defense in a certain moment. That's not true at the moment. At the moment, the way the game is played in easy mode, any card will defeat any bad guy. So it doesn't really matter which card you choose. But there is an medium mode and a hard mode not yet turned on, and then presumably that will matter. Let's also have a look here where you'll see 42 out of 70. So there are 70 cards. This is number 42. That's a little misleading, though, because there are several times where you'll see one number more than once. There's more than one number 40, for instance. So this might just be an artifact of the testing. And so you've got these stars or planets and lightning bolts and so forth here that also indicate how rare a card is. And the Disney blog has also made mention that some of the cards are hero, some are warrior. There's different classifications of the card, and they haven't really explained what that means yet. This is what the back of all the cards look like. This is what the back of that key card looks like, because it's your key. Now, as you can see, people are interested in trading these things almost right away, because you get 5 of them, and if you come back the next day, you get to keep your cards at the end of the day. So they become collectibles and something to trade. The other thing you get is a map. We're going to take this is a fold-out map, and it's got 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. Let's take a closer look at all 4. So they've got the old-style font here. Merlin is our host of the game, and it's telling us where to go throughout the land. What happens is the screen will tell you where to go, and on the screen will be one of these symbols. And so if you know you're just supposed to go in Fantasyland to the crown symbol, the map tells you basically where to go in Fantasyland. So there's only a few spots to go in Fantasyland, a few spots to go in Main Street, a little bit more spread out. Adventureland is really spread out from all the way over here by one corner, the Swiss Family Treehouse, that's closer to Main Street, all the way down over here, Tortuga Tavern, and the inside building of Tortuga Tavern. So it could be a lot of walking, especially because the game sometimes sends you back and forth throughout the land just to finish that one game. Now you can play more than one land. If you finish a land, you'll see an option to go do another land. So this is after you get your cards, you go through some initial training. The sorcerer in the background will show you what it takes to hold up your spell card. So you cast a spell, and then you leave out the side entrance. Here's what the training looks like from up close, and you're told to go to the proper place. Now, if you go to the wrong spot, you're told by key card, you flash your key card, it says, no, this is the wrong spot. You need to go to this one in Frontierland. So here we are in Frontierland Liberty Square, which is a combined area. This is one of the areas that you'll go to, and you'll see an entire storyline that is based just on the hero or villain from that area. So in this case, we got Dr. Facilier and Mama Odie as the hero-villain combination. This is one of the scrims on which the screen will be plastered. You can see the screen right through it from this angle. But going back one slide, you can see that you can't always see right through it. There's a polarization effect going on here. And this photo was taken with a camera that has a polarized lens. So sometimes you don't see it very well through polarized sunglasses, let's say. I'm going to show you some of the general features of each one of these. You'll have this key card, this key spot, which is where you flash your key card. You'll always have speakers, there's always a screen of some sort, and there's always cameras watching you, usually 2 of them at the same height. The cameras are watching for you to hold up the spell card. And when you hold up the spell card, it reads the spell and attacks the bad guy. So here's the bad guy. It'll tell you to cast your spell. This was the gopher attack using dynamite, and it comes on screen and gives a little animation of blowing up the bad guy. Sometimes you'll see moving parts like window coverings or shades. There's not very many of those, however. So when you finish, it says you've won, the adventure is over, but if you want to continue, you can go to another land. I thought this was an interesting photo as well, because the window sill kind of gets in the way, as you can see here, for people at a certain height. You kind of have to move your head around so you can see everything. Just a couple of photos of what it looks like on Main Street as well. Our game here had a Dalmatians theme to it. So you had Cruella as the bad guy and Pongo as the good guy. This is an interesting one because under the train station, not only is it got interesting lights up at the top, but it reproduces a sign that they've now taken away nearby that has some company history on it. Things like Grizzly Bear Flats, which was a full-size railroad of one of Walt's Imagineers and animators, Ward Kimball. So more on Main Street, and you can see this is the Main Street Emporium windows, and you can see some of the reflection of the people behind us. They do try to keep these things in out-of-the-way places, such as here in the Art of Disney, and it kind of blends in with the other artwork nearby. We even tried to take a photo of the cards with an iPhone and then use the iPhone, you can see it here, so that the camera can focus on it and try to cast a spell with the iPhone, and it worked. So the game really has come quite a long ways, and we're looking forward to playing it more when it's in the medium and the difficult levels. The game is scheduled to open in late February for permanent and everyone, and it promises to be free. They might sell the cards when they're fully available for everyone, but you also get cards for free just when you play. That does it for this time. Thanks for checking in, and we will catch you next time.